Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Woke Radio AM 666. Now, some folks see the numbers, they hear 666, and they tremble. They whisper of devils, of spirits, of gods. But let me be clear, not here, not us, not today. We do not bow to gods. We do not chase spirits. We do not worship myth. Know the reason for our name, the reason for our fire is simple. We are giving the evangelicals what they already fear. We hold up a mirror and watch them squirm. And let's talk about the number itself, 666. Because in this world, belief wears two faces. There are those with 666 burned into their forehead. They believe MAGA with heart, with mind, with every fiber of their being. Their devotion is true, unwavering, real. And then there are those with 666 burned into their hand. They give the appearance of belief, but it's a show, a performance, a ticket to profit, power, prestige, paramount. They're all hand believers. Outward show, inward calculation. Here at Woke Radio AM 666, that is exactly what we expose. We point to the theater, the shadow, the masquerade, and we laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, listen close, for the vision is before us. There he stands, the man who claims to restore greatness. Trump, the self-appointed savior, the Antichrist of spectacle. He clears out peaceful souls from the streets. Force over reason, intimidation over justice. And there it is, a boarded up church, silent, shuttered, a hollow monument to what once was. And in his hand, an upside down Bible, flipped, twisted for all to see. A symbol of mockery, a message. The streets, the people, the institutions, all rearranged for imagery's sake. The spectacle over substance, the performance over truth. And you know, it's ridiculous. It's laughable, and yet we must watch, for this is revelation in modern clothes, a tableau of power, fear, and theatrical chaos. Trump, the Antichrist, the beast, the upside-down prophet, playing his part in the theater, while the real world burns beneath him. Here at Woke Radio AM 666, we see it, we mock it, we illuminate the absurdity, and in the laughter, we find our clarity. And that so-called Lucifer in our sleep
slogans. He is not a being from beyond. He is the morning light. He is knowledge. He is wisdom. He is truth. And our motto, don't blame us. We're just giving you what you want. We challenge fear with insight. We mock superstition with facts. We illuminate. And in the shadows of their dread, we reveal the difference between forehead and hand, between truth and performance, between the awake and the asleep. So tune in. Listen close, and remember, here at Woke Radio AM 666, the only apocalypse we herald is the fall of ignorance.
Good morning, everybody. This is the Neuer. Wait. Turn off, please. Yeah, this is the Neuer over here at Woke Radio AM 666. You freaking noob radio announcer on the internet, man. I'm like, oh no, this channel is like almost 20 years old. And I just been farting around with it all this time. And now I'm getting a little bit different, or a little bit serious, I guess, because of the serious situations going on in our nation. All right, now for the next song we are playing, just the first song of the day. After the intro will be our Lucifer, the Bringer of Light song. I know you like it. Now remember what that intro said. This has nothing to do with devil worship or anything like that. This is sticking it in the eye. Those evangelicals who believe all that junk. So here you go. Lucifer, Bringer of Light.
From the stars, shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. You think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their plans are a fright. Lucifer's fire bringing truth, what's wrong from right. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. It's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light.
Yeah. You know, I better turn off that repeat thing there. Yeah, that's Satan. Or I mean Satan. That's Lucifer, the bringer of light. And what that means is like the morning star. What Lucifer originally was, the morning star, the bringer of light, knowledge, wisdom. And then it got all messed up whenever Constantine decided to make Christianity the state religion. Isn't that weird? Like, first, they were persecuting Christians like crazy, throwing them into the arena with all those lions and everything. Lions eat them. That had to be horrific as hell. I feel sorry for those folks. Really do, because they didn't deserve any of that. Nobody deserves getting persecuted because of their religion. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, it's after Constantine the Great decided to make Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire, not Federation. Oh, that's when things started really getting messed up. But you know what? I told you yesterday during that dad blame. Oh yeah, we're gonna be showing some of this dad blame C-SPAN thing with Cash Patel testified. That guy, he ain't right up here where it counts. Um. Anyway, before we do that, we're gonna play this here song called "Saints and Sinners." It's a brand new song that will not be released for about 10 days, and then you'll be able to find it on Spotify and you all the different, like, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of them. I got some thing going where still bunch of them. It takes 10 days. But you get to hear it first right here and right now. Here we go.
Tension rising,
People crying,
everyone knows what's up, pointing fingers,
making singers,
everyone is pissed.
the Haylander.
The whole damn system
Rotten to the core,
and a leader.
babble on the whole.
We got the beast,
We have the test.
666 on your hand.
A downward spiral.
Here we go,
We'll hit bottom soon.
just so you know.
Enjoy the drop to our silly fate.
Lucifer awaits with an open gate.
Don't say the wrong word. Don't let your complaint be heard. Our dear great leader may get upset. Then you'll be put to the test.
Will you crumble like the rest? Will you bend?
Will you break?
Do you dare to speak? Or are you another fake?
You'll be sadly demonized, made to look bad in evil eyes. They do what they say you did.
Ready for the
Lie they hid. A downward spiral.
Here we go,
We'll hit bottom soon.
just so you know.
Enjoy the drop to our silly fate. Lucifer awaits
With an open gate. Towers crumble, markets falter, truth's a lie.
the lies don't alter.
Mask of virtue worn for show, evil incarnate from head to toe.
Streets are burning here, anguish screams. Nothing real, nothing's what it seems.
Preachers preach of doom and grace
While people vanish.
without a trace. The tyrants laugh,
The mob in red
blame the others.
for being slain.
Every choice,
A path to take.
think hard about the one you make.
A downward spiral.
Here we go,
We'll hit bottom soon.
just so you know.
Enjoy the drop to our silly fate. Lucifer waits with an open gate. The press reports venom they spit. Feed and rage.
Truth you won't get, eyes wide open yet we sleep. Promises shallow.
Thrown on the heap. A downward spiral.
Here we go,
We'll hit bottom soon.
just so you know.
Enjoy the drop to our silly fate. Lucifer awaits with an open gate.
And when you know your sinful shame,
Will you cry
or
out?
join the game
Will you follow the beast?
into the flame,
Lucifer awaits.
through the gate. While saints and sinners foam with hate.
There you have it, saints and sinners. That song was kind of a complex. About all these friggin' hypocrites, man. All these people going up there talking about they're all like, I don't know. That they talk like they're saints or something, and all pure and innocent, never done anything wrong. Now, that's bull crap. I know from experience. You know that mirror, Perseus' shield, the mirror of your life experience. My granddaddy, he was a preacher down in North Florida. That old man, I tell you what, that guy, he'd preach up a storm. Then on the way home, he'd have grandma count the collection money, and he would say shit like this. God damn them sons of bitches, they don't want to pay their tithes, I ain't gonna preach for the motherfuckers. I mean, see? And then you got all these televangelists who are just the same way as Granddaddy, only way worse because they got the mega churches and fooling the millions of people into sending them money. They don't give a damn about Christianity or anything. All they care is about money. You know it's true. You know that's what they do. Don't try to like fool yourself. Cause you ain't gonna fool me, you ain't gonna fool them. Cause they know what they're doing. So, what I was talking about with like I'm being real relaxed right now. I'm stoned. Where would that go? Oh yeah. What I was talking about with oh, and I hope you like my song too, Saints and Sinners. It'll be available later. I'll probably play it a few more times here and there on my show till it's released. But anyway, you heard it first right here. But oh yeah, what I was talking about with like Constantine the Great, making Christianity state religion. You guys, I'm gonna hammer this all the time. You gotta remember this. Your ancestors were not Christian. They were something else. Like my ancestors. They were Pictish. They were like the Highlands of Scotland, Caledonia. And then the Romans came in. First they wanted everybody to worship the damned emperor as if he was a god. Seriously. They tried to get Boudica and her bunch to do that, and Boudica slaughtered a bunch of them. But after Constantine decided to make Christianity the state religion, get the Holy Roman Empire, and then everybody, if you want to be a monarch or something, or a king or a queen or something like that, you got to get the Pope to give you the thumbs up. Oh yeah, he's cool. He's blessed by God. He could be the king and kill everybody if he wants to. Fuck it, he's king. I have an idea that to be like a monarch like that, like some dictator or king or anything, you got to be willing to kill people, right? You have to. I mean, that's part of the job, killing people. You know? And there's only a few people in this world that I believe deserve being killed. And that ain't like Trump. He don't deserve being killed or nothing. Nothing like that. Oh, Charlie Kirk. He didn't deserve getting killed. You know, he was a blowhard and a loudmouth and fucking troublemaker. But he didn't deserve getting killed. But the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, he does deserve getting killed. He deserves the friggin' death penalty, like a cancer. And all these guys, like Steve here, Trump administration says it will target far left groups for Kirk's assassination. See, that's just you're all depoliticizing like crazy, and you know it. Those guys, just like they always do in corporate boardrooms and everywhere else, they get into a room, they get amongst themselves, they talk it out. What are we going to do? How are we going to exploit this? How are we going to profit from it? And then they come out there, they tell you a story that they made up. Like, all those leftists and everything causing trouble. They're the ones making trouble, blah, 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 this, that, blah, blah, blah. Well, no, it ain't. I mean, even with that Cash Patel interview yesterday, time after time, they talked about like um, left making trouble. And for each one of those, I can bring up an instance of the right making trouble. I remember back whenever the right wing gun nuts invaded a damn capital. What was it, in Michigan or Wisconsin? And they went into the Capitol, standing around inside the Capitol with guns. That's violence, folks. That's terrorism. Dig it? Bringing guns to protest marches. Yeah, sure, there was some protesters that acted like an ass and started burning shit or whatever. But then you have people like Kyle Rittenhouse that killed somebody. Dig it? So this shit's been building up for a long time, and Trump started it with his damn speeches in his fucking rallies where he's talking about, yeah, I want to knock the hell out of him or whatever. Yeah, you know he's talking a bunch of violent shit and encourages people. But Trump, he's trying to bring it back like being a Roman emperor. He was acting like a Roman friggin' governor whenever he made that golf course in Scotland. So I made a song after the last Pope died because this is all part of the deception and everything. So here we go. We're playing Rome Reloaded. It goes a little bit like this.
I was thinking about the Pope's death. I'm not a theist, but I always thought he was an okay guy. Still, I couldn't help but see the robe, the ring, the ritual. The empire whispering through marble walls. Rome never fell. It put on new robes. First they marched with blades, steel and flame, bow to the god emperor, or live in shame. Then they switched the sword for a staff and a psalm, wrapped the cross in gold and called it calm. Now the empire don't bleed, but it still controls. It sits on a throne while it prays for souls. Latin chants in cathedral halls, mystic lines carved on Vatican walls. Ignorance saw ink like a divine decree, a scroll of power, not something they could read. Talisman scribbled with holy spells, words turned into a living hell. Believe me, that's what the emperor said. EO on a scroll, magic mess with your head. From Saul to Paul, then throne to pew, they flipped the script and rewrote you. Bow to the cross, kiss the ring, confess your sins, give up everything. Rome rebranded, the spell expanded, now we're ruled by the lies we're handed. Saul was a bounty hunter, tracking them down, grabbed up his brothers to the temple, bring them around. Said he saw Christ in a flash of light. Next thing you know, he's leading the fight. From killer to prophet with no receipt, wrote half the book and preached in the street. Said, call me Paul, and they all obeyed, cause nobody wanted him to put them in the grave. Took the Jesus mode, flipped the code, Roman ties with the gospel load. He saw control in a virgin birth, a myth to unite the whole damn earth. The church preached red Latin and stayed blind. The ignorant nodded, said that's fine. They turned writing into sacred fire, used it to chain, not to inspire. Buildings like temples, obelisks rise, eagle stars and pyramid eyes. Washington's layout, Rome's echo exact, control in marble, power intact. Believe me, that's what the emperor said. Now it's Trump our dread with cults instead. Rallies and chants, a flag and a cross, praying for empire while democracy rots. Fake news, witch hunt, I alone. Echoes of Caesar sitting on thrones. Rome reloaded, the software's tight. Same control, just dressed in light. And now the question burns like a brand. What refinement comes from the empire's hand? Because no matter how true a thought can be, it can still be twisted like prophecy. The experiment continues, but so does resistance. Digital apostate, signing off for now.
I ain't really signing off.
resistance. Digital apostate. Signing off for now.
There you go. That's Rome Reloaded. Hope you like it. I have not released that one. I got a lot of songs that I have like taken back out of public and I'm re-releasing later. But that's Rome Reloaded. And you know, it's all about power, empire, money, the control of people in order to get what you want, basically. And what do they want? They want carnal desires to be fulfilled. They want the basic bottom line right there. So forget about the power, forget about the money. It's about the lust and the carnal desire. The power and the money, all that is a tool for them to fulfill their lusts and their desires. You know, for sex, for wine, for food, for watching someone else suffer and be able to get a little pleasure out of that. You know, it's the carnal nature of it. That's what they crave. That's why the left is I don't know, more more moralistic, not perfect, more moralistic. You know, they more default to what's best for everybody instead of how can I have an orgasm, right? That I mean, I'm going to put it as fair and raw as I can because that's what we need. Right now, we're playing Republican Party, Babylon the whore. But in the Bible it says the whore of Babylon, but I put Babylon the whore because it sounds a little better from a song. That's what you call artistic license. So here we go. Republican Party, Babylon the whore. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You invoke his name
Yeah.
Like a holy relic.
Oh yeah.
Act like you mean it. All idyllic.
but your altar drips with the blood of the poor. Republican Party,
Babylon the whore.
Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln wore the tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln.
Give me a break.
You turned your backs.
Now you're fakes.
Lincoln, my butt.
You're the party of Davis.
Soldiers sold to Mammon.
Try to enslave us.
The party of lynch mobs.
A party of hate.
When they die, they walk through Hell's Gate. The party that starves children.
Deaf to their moans.
Only caring about power.
They fatten billionaires on the bones.
Lincoln broke chains.
You forge them anew.
Lincoln won a tyranny.
His work you undo.
You think you fool us?
You name drop Lincoln.
Now we know it's BS.
Your words are stinking.
Party of Lincoln.
Don't you even dare.
You desecrate his grave.
Confederate statues everywhere.
Lincoln built bridges in a nation torn apart.
Deep inside, you cared not even from the start.
Fuck you, liars.
You are not the party of stinking.
I'm running,
But not from the street.
I'm running from the lies trying to catch me. They try to slip a part suit on my soul. You see, I'm awake, I'm seeing, I'm breaking free. Running,
But not from the street.
running.
From the lies and the hate.
They try to slip a part suit on my soul. I'm awake,
Climbing out of darkness hole.
no chains,
No masters.
no shadows of control. Every step I take out of this hole, I run out of darkness.
I run for truth.
My word shall be known at the voting booth. Hey, we make a pretty good team.
Over here.
Don't let them catch you.
Don't let 'em fool you.
We see through it. Now, let's get together, talk, and have a beer.
Cheers. Cheers to you, my bros and my sisters. This ain't really beer, it's tea, but cheers anyway. Hey, I see my eyes are a little blurry because I got like tears in them. This shit gets emotional for me. Who was that? Mandarina. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Right on. Thanks for making a comment down there. Give me a thumbs up and a like and all that and subscribe. Hey, you know what? That's the first time anybody's like commented on my new show. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. It really does. But hey, fuck the Republican Party, man, because they are a bunch of liars from the very goddamn start. During the Civil War, they didn't give a damn about slaves. They didn't care about them one little bit. All they did was they said all that stuff because they wanted to have an issue to use against their opposition, the Democratic Party. They were worried about white jobs and labor up north. Lincoln said if he could have kept the slaves, he'd have done it. They wouldn't have freed the slaves if they weren't basically forced to. But no, the Republican Party, every time they talk about, oh, we're the ones that wanted to free the slaves and all that, tell them to stick it in their damn ear, because that's just a side effect of the war. Dig it? That was just a talking point. Like we got all these friggin' talking points right now. And what is it all about? It's about siphoning your money. Every last bit of it. Back then, slavery, that was about siphoning your damn money. They get free labor. Well, not absolutely free, but it's a bare minimum. A shirt, some pants, a crappy shack to live in, and some fucked up food to eat. That's all. That's as bad as goddamn murder, slavery. I swear, I hate it. Anyway, here's a song we're gonna play. It's called "Siphon Your Money Through a MAGA Hole," version 2. Here we go.
They said it's a Ponzi scheme. It's not freedom. It's your ruin and dream. While you're watching that lie, they tell they're making your retirement a living hell.
They point at the money that belongs to you. Start scheming for your saving. Come on, glue.
Dress it up in freedom, it's a corporate assault.
Say it's your choice.
While raiding the vault, lose the pension. They laugh that day. Only a fool would believe what we say.
Own your future.
They put salt in the wound while the market's rigged.
Leave you marooned.
Ain't no bailout coming when the gamble goes bust. Just a shrug from the suits and broken trust. Look over there while they robbing seas. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they gut the administration. Same old scam, a different frustration. They say you stocks with a plastic grin. You end up getting kicked in the chin. The crooks rig the game so they always win. After you're dead,
They go after next of kin. Freedom, they cry, what a sweet disguise. While your 401 slowly vaporize.
say this government bad. It's gospel truth. They even coming for the gold in your tooth.
They lose social security with surgical stealth. Teach you to blame the poor for your lost wealth.
Look over there while they rob and steal. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they cut the administration. Same old scam. A different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration. They hold up the lie like a holy scroll while siphon your money through a MAGA hole. A suit and a smile, then they disappear, leaving echoes of rage in your twilight year.
After getting screwed, you expect at least a kiss instead of a kiss off.
You trusted the market. They sold you a dream. Dreams dressed in gold while your life gets the rim. Bills stack high, makes you wanna scream. You look at your check
See what you got left.
while they sip champagne in a tower built of theft. Look over there while they rob and seek. Don't look at us as they blame the weak. Call it reform while they cut the administration. Same old scam. A different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration. A different frustration.
There you have it. Siphoning your money through a MAGA hole, man. Notice that how, like, as time goes by, things gets worse and worse for you. Let me explain something. You see all these what I have at the top of the screen says overturn Citizens United, co-determination, non-partisanship, thriving wage, yearly COLA, background checks on political candidates, term limits for Congress and the Supreme Court. Unless we get those things, things will get worse. Mark my word, they will. Term limits. Everybody wants them. We know we need them. Overturn Citizens United. Corporations are not persons. They are legal construct. That's why they have corporate charters. Corporations are an old thing. Corporations started up whenever the age of exploration was happening in the Dutch East Indies Company and all that kind of. It was made by charters by freaking monarchs and stuff. That's how corporations started. And they are pretty much dragging all that in slyly into the 21st century. Let's not have it. Take away this Citizens United thing. It's bull crap. That no more unlimited money in for political ads and all that kind of stuff. Nonpartisanship. We have to have a nonpartisan Speaker of the House and committee chairs. I have been hammering this point for over a decade, and I don't hear many people talking about it. Hardly any. And I want you to talk about it. The Speaker of the House and all of those committee chairs, they must be nonpartisan. Whenever they are voted in by the House of Representatives, they need to take an oath to, to vow an oath to run the House of Representatives in a strictly nonpartisan manner. And they must be required to drop out of their political party. And that way, the the Speaker of the House's chair is given back to the people. The Speaker of the House will pay attention to the business of the House, not all this partisan wrangling and everything like you see with Johnson and all that, and the ones before. We've never had a nonpartisan Speaker of the House. There's other countries that have it. Oh, but we're America. We're exceptional. Just because, I mean, that's what they do. Hey, Canada has a nonpartisan speaker. Great Britain has nonpartisan speaker, House Commons. Lots of countries have nonpartisan speaker. Well, why don't we have it? Because they want to control the agenda. They want to make laws that feed into the corporations. See, and the same with the committee chairs, the judiciary, every one of them, all those committee chairs. They have to do the same thing: drop out of their party, vow to run that committee in a nonpartisan manner. And I was watching that committee hearing yesterday with Kash Patel. Old Grassley was up there. I mean, every time a Democratic senator would say anything, he would be talking. He would come afterwards with some bullshit about, oh, remember this about Clinton, what they did, blah blah blah, this and that. There was so much whataboutism in there, I couldn't hardly stand it. But it's all this partisanship. Partisanship. That's the problem. George Washington said so in the farewell address. Everybody says, well, we respect the founding fathers. We have great respect for them. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. They don't have no respect for nothing. They have respect for money. That's why they get in with their friends at fucking fancy dinner parties drinking $35,000 bottles of wine to impress everybody. If you don't believe me, look it up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm an old survivor. I've been around for a while. I ain't bullshitting anymore. We ain't bullshitting anymore. Okay? So nonpartisanship and a thriving wage along with a yearly COLA. Check it out. People like me, old farts who get Social Security because they earned it, because they worked for 45 or 50 years, and now they're broken like me. They're trying to take that away from you. But why am I talking about that with, thriving wage and a COLA? Because it ties in. You have to pay a payroll tax every time you get paid. And that goes into Social Security. But if your pay sucks, well, the payroll tax you put in is also going to suck. There ain't going to be enough put in. Because you ain't getting paid enough. And you know it. Whenever you go home and look at your paycheck and you pay your bills and see that you don't have enough left. You need a thriving wage. I'm sorry. I get a little bit emotional about this, but you gotta have a thriving wage. Not a sucky ass old, what do they call it, living wage? A dog gets a living wage. What are you, a dog? A slave gets a living wage. You're not a slave. You're a human being, goddammit. And along with that thriving wage, you need to get a cost of living increase every single year. I get a cost of living increase every year. Social Security gets one. Well, they say that people like me, old guys, old gals, getting Social Security, they shouldn't have to suffer inflation eating up their stipend every year. What the fuck? Wage earners, they don't deserve the same consideration? I think they do. And if you have a yearly COLA, the money that goes into payroll tax, it'll increase too. It'll increase along with inflation, wages, and the money going out for Social Security. It's a balancing act. Right now, it's skewed. Social Security recipients get a COLA. The people who put into Social Security don't. That's about as plain and simple as I can make it. Think about that real hard. And background checks on those politicians, on anybody who wants to be a political candidate. Like me. If I wanted to run for some political office, first thing that should be done, a background check. Go back 10 years, look at their finances, look at their criminal history, all that. When I worked in aviation, for 40 years, worked with Department of Defense, with giant corporations like Lockheed and Boeing and all these guys. I did a lot of contract work. Every single contract, which there were plenty, every one of them, a new 10-year background check. Why? Because this is some critical shit. You don't want some nut job getting in there and fucking shit up, like the guy in Tucson who who was about to get laid off. We all knew, we were contractors, we all knew we were going to get laid off, but he got butt sore. So he took some dikes, wire cutters, went back in the back of the plane and cut through a wire harness in the back of that plane. Well, the next day, the FBI was in there arresting him. You don't do shit like that. That's why they have background checks on all those people. The janitor at the airport has to have a background check. Well, why in the hell do all these people like me and the janitor and everybody have to have background checks? People with access to top secret documents and classified material, they don't. Namely, elected officials like President of the United States, like, what was that name? Santos. Those guys. They don't ever get no background check. Santos, we could sure as hell use a background check on Santos and plenty of other ones too. Why do you think they're trying to keep the Epstein files from everybody? Huh. I bet they did background checks. You'd probably find some links. What do you think? Background checks, okay? That's what we got. Every time you see that banner go across the top of the screen, just think about what we're talking about right now. With co-determination, nonpartisanship, thriving wage, yearly COLA, background checks, term limits. That's what we got to have. And if we don't have it, this nation will fall to ruin. I guarantee you it will. I don't want to see that. I love this nation. I'm a veteran. So let's think about it, talk about it calmly. We'll do the things that need to be done. Whenever the Democratic Party takes power in the midterms, they better get to work on that nonpartisanship. It's going to take them, being selfless and being bigger than the power structure, being bigger than the party. So, I guess now we'll have to listen to another song. Oh, we're going to have to lighten it up a little bit because, man, I tell you what, this stuff, it eats at my soul. And I just want things to get better. I want labor to do good. I will tell you something. I was watching, Adam Kinzinger. He was talking about, like, we don't want to have a civil war. Because if we have a civil war, all these creature comforts that you enjoy, the insulin, the electricity, this, that, the other thing, is going to be unavailable because we're at war with one another. Factories are shut down. Things are being destroyed. Lives are being lost. So you're not going to just be able to go down to Walmart and get what you want. I mean, you might be dodging bullets on the way and then get there and what you want ain't there. But it got me thinking. Everything he was talking about not being there, there's another way to do that peacefully. This with the national strike and with a national business boycott. If there was a national strike and a national business boycott involving 25% of the labor force, and they cut down their spending by 75%, the economy would lose approximately $6 trillion in 1 month. Do the math. I did. So we can make the economy bleed by not doing anything. Like, this is how it works. When springtime comes, you plant that victory garden so you have food. Everybody does it. Plant that food. You help one another. And you stop going to work, and you stop paying your bills, and you don't buy gasoline, and you don't use any electricity. You don't drive your car. You don't do anything except the bare minimum, whatever it takes to preserve life. Like, if somebody's on a heart-lung, well, I don't know if they have heart-lung machines anymore, but you know what I mean. They're on like some life-saving device, keep that going for sure. But otherwise, all the bullshit spending, you cut it out, you stop it. What happens? All those CEOs and everything, they start suffering. They start sweating it out because they're losing profit. All those stockholders, they're like going nuts. The stock market crashes. Well, I tell you, I have to put it up again, the study that I did about the consequences of a national strike and a business boycott. If you want power, the 99%, if they want to take back power from the 1%, that's what you got to do. I made a song about it. It's called Fuck Around, Find Out, National Strike. It goes a little bit like this.
We work our fingers to the bone. They sit high up on their throne. Paycheck, dollar shrink day after day. Corporate profits soar up and away. The kids need food. The rent's past due. They tell us there's nothing we can do while laughing. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, they promised us the American dream, but now it's bursting at the seam. No matter how hard we try to save, each paycheck makes us more their slave. The game is rigged, the dice are loaded, our quality of life been eroded. Strike, strike, stand up and fight, fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around, raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, there's power in our unity. When we stand as one, they'll see. We are many, they are few. Watch what working folks can do. No violence needed, just walk away. Stop buying what they sell each day. Our labor built their golden tower. Now they'll learn about our power. The system stops when we say no. That's all it takes, let democracy grow. Strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around, raise our voices, a righteous sound. Together, from factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore.
Hell no.
United, standing side by side.
Unity. Yeah.
Our dignity, our strength, our pride.
That's right.
The time has come to make our stand.
Understand.
Labor has the power to rule this land.
Fucking right we do.
Together, strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together, from sea to shining sea.
Yeah. Break it down. Get down. Oh yeah. Fucking right. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Oh yeah.
From factory floor to grocery store, we won't take this abuse anymore.
Oh no.
United, standing side by side.
Oh yeah.
Our dignity, our strength, our pride. The time has come to make our stand. Labor has the power to rule this land. Strike, strike, stand up and fight. This is our power, this is our right. Don't let them push us to the ground. Rise together, gather around. Rise together, you and me, in solidarity. Rise together from sea to shining sea.
Yeah. Rise together. My brothers, my sisters. Oh yeah. You know, we can either rise together, solidarity, or we can be divided to the bone. People talking all that shit about like civil war and all that, about nuclear war. Why are they wishing the apocalypse on us? Why do they want to destroy the world? I don't think they understand the implications. I made a song. It's called The Horror. They do not understand. Hope people start kind of enlightened.
They don't know the fire they're playing with. Walking in the shadow of the damned and the myth. See the bodies burning fast, bodies burning in the blast. History forgotten, they're doomed to relive the past. They strut like conquerors, flags held high. Blind to the screams, deaf to the cries. Berlin in flames, Dresden in ash. They forgot how it ends when the world fights back. They do not understand the fire, the wrath, the Nazi salute hand. They do not understand the horror is coming, blood stains the land. They do not understand the flash, the roar, the world will not let it stand. They do not understand, but if they push too far, they die by righteous hand.
They always die by righteous hand.
Ain't no Fourth Reich, ain't no new dawn. Just a countdown ticking till it all goes wrong. Dreaming of banners, boots on the street, but all they get is bones scorched in the heat. They don't smell the burnt flesh, don't hear the painful wail, don't see the fate awaiting when they march into hell. The last time the world sent fire from above, next time nuclear fire ended with a burning love. The horror, no march, no parade, just a flash, just a wave, just a world made a grave. No statues, no banners, no glory will remain. Only echoes of fools who would burn in flames. They do not understand the fire, the wrath, the Nazi salute hand. They do not understand the horror is coming, blood stains the land. They do not understand the flash, the roar, the world will not let it stand. They do not understand, but if they push too far, they die by righteous hand. They think they can rise, but they only fall. They think they will rule, but they leave nothing left at all. They do not understand, but if they keep pushing, they will. They do not understand. They do not understand. They do not understand. They will. They do not understand. They will.
Yep. They do not understand the flash, the wave, the horror of nuclear war or the death camps. They don't understand all this Nazi salute hand like Elon Musk was doing. You know that snowflake? You heard of that? Calling one another snowflakes. You know where that started? That started with the death camps in Germany. Whenever they burned the bodies, the ash would float down onto the town. That's the snow talking. They don't understand. They're taking everything out of context. They think it's going to be like some kind of a picnic. where we have like a war, they come out unscathed and they get to like lap up the gravy. I think the way it is, what they have is nothing but death and destruction, mourning and wailing, and the gnashing of teeth. That's all they'll have. Glasses are fogging up. Does that get emotional? I said we are going to talk about that. What was it? Cash Patel and his little goings on. Where'd I put that? Oh yeah, right here. All right. Yeah, this guy, he ain't no good for this job. I want you to watch him clash with these elected officials being totally out of line. These are his bosses. He don't talk to his fucking boss like this. They're the ones that confirmed him. They're the one that put him in his goddamn job. You don't talk to him like that. Anyway, let me get this. Where is going here? Oh, which one was it? It was. All right, here we go. And I hope that you get angry about it.
For the dedication of resources to that facility. And I encourage everyone to go down there and take a look, because if you want to see where the FBI is going and how we're going to train the future, it's happening at Quantico and Redstone.
We are very proud of it, and thank you so much for your leadership.
Senator Booker.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
There you go.
Mr. Patel, I want to start off where we left off last time. I asked you whether you had any knowledge or discussions about removing FBI officials and installing political personnel before you were confirmed to that position. And I wonder, did you then understand or have conversations with the White House about the intentions to do so?
Before I was confirmed,
Yes, sir.
did I have discussions with the White House to remove FBI personnel?
Yes.
No.
So you're saying that you had no discussions with the White House before you were in the position about the removal of any personnel from the
He's
agency?
a fucking liar.
As I was preparing for my confirmation hearing, I had numerous discussions involving the type of people that would be employed, and that those that were failing to meet the mark at the FBI would no longer be employed if I
And
were
I'm
confirmed.
assuming that Mark
Don't fucking mince words. I hate this goddamn shit where they try to fool people by mincing words. He ain't fooling nobody. He ain't fooling me, and he ain't fooling you, and he ain't fooling Booker. All those other guys, they ain't fooled either, but they're going along with it because they're a bunch of assholes.
had to do with loyalty to the Trump administration.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Liar.
I'd like to revisit
Fuck
another
you.
subject
Fuck that
from that
motherfucker.
hearing. Did you testify, excuse me, you did testify before the grand jury that President Trump had declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents
Whatever.
case. Is that correct?
I don't have the grand jury transcript. That's why I released it. Whatever it says is the best evidence.
That's what you
Yeah, Trump, he declassified all that stuff with his mind. He's like got special powers. Give me a break.
said to Senator Whitehouse that your grand jury testimony was publicly released. It has not been.
Nope.
In fact, in July, a court denied a news outlet's bid to get that transcript. But the court said quite clearly that you are free to discuss your grand jury testimony. So I ask you again, did you testify before the grand jury that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified document case?
And that is why I took your invitation to work with the department and the court to have that transcript released. And the transcript is the best evidence of what I said then.
So you're saying right now this committee can have access to what you said before the grand jury?
To whatever was released. Under my understanding, Senator, that the Department of Justice
You and I
released...
both understand the law. Let me finish. I understand under Rule 6 of the Federal Rules of Procedure, a grand jury witness, in this case you, is not barred from sharing their grand jury testimony. This is an oversight hearing. This is germane to your integrity and credibility. You know right now whether or not you testified that President Trump declassified the documents at issue in the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. Why are you refusing to answer that simple yes or no question right now?
Because the premise of your question is inaccurate, and
There is no premise to my question, but trying to get to an order of what is truth or not.
How do you
did
know
you
what,
or
how,
did you?
how do you know what was asked in the grand jury if you weren't there?
Mr.
That's what I'm trying to
Patel,
find out.
this is a mockery you're making of this hearing and simple questions.
It's a
So let
simple
me move on.
question. If you have
Mr.
a
Patel,
transcript,
during
you can
your
read the question,
nomination
but you don't have
hearing,
it.
you promised that, quote, all FBI employees will be protected against political retribution. When I asked you, are you aware of any plans or discussions to punish in any way, including termination, FBI agents or personnel associated with the Trump administration, you explicitly said under oath that you were not aware of any plans to punish FBI agents associated with criminal investigations of Donald Trump. I don't believe you were truthful.
I don't either.
Firing FBI employees based solely on the cases that they are investigating, their case assignments, is illegal, and you know that. A new lawsuit that's been discussed numerous times, filed by 3 FBI officials, alleges that you carried out Donald Trump's campaign of retribution, in quotes,
You did.
against FBI employees for, quote, failure to demonstrate sufficient political loyalty.
Right.
One of those plaintiffs has been discussed today, Brian Driscoll. Now, we know 20 years of distinguished service to the FBI before you terminated him. Special agent in charge of FBI's Newark field office, where he operated with distinction. Medal of Valor winner, Shield of Bravery awards. He's a patriot. You terminated Driscoll via a letter dated October 8th, 2025. And in that letter, you said that you were firing him pursuant to Article 2 of the Constitution.
Article
Well,
2.
You're not the President of the United States. And so I'm wondering under what authority you were allowed to terminate him.
Yeah, well, no.
That matter is under litigation, and I'm not able to discuss it.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll discuss this.
Yeah.
Did you have discussions with Stephen Miller about firing this particular person or about his continuance in the FBI?
Probably.
Not that I recall.
Liar.
How often do you speak to Stephen Miller?
Frequently on our Homeland Security task forces.
You frequently talk with Stephen Miller about subjects other than Homeland Security Task Force issues, correct?
I frequently talk to Mr. Miller about Homeland Security task forces.
Hey, don't be a smart ass punk.
Has Stephen Miller ever given you his opinions on how to run your agency?
Mr. Miller's interagency operations are invaluable to the FBI. That's what we talk about.
So you frequently discuss your job and your responsibilities with Stephen Miller and Pam Bondi, I imagine, as well.
Absolutely. She's the Attorney General.
Understood.
Fuck her. She's a bitch.
Okay. Donald Trump promised to make us all safer. You have pushed out senior FBI agents with decades of knowledge and experience. In fact, this is the first time in FBI history that neither the director nor the deputy director have any experience with the FBI. You've shifted the agency's priorities primarily to pursuing Donald Trump's immigration enforcement agenda.
Daddy punk.
According to ICE data, the Cato Institute, which is a conservative think tank, found that 20% of all agents have been diverted from their work to assist ICE immigration enforcement. 20%. Part of this operation is the work of mass law enforcement who jump out of cars, snatch people off streets at churches, schools, and their
Thugs.
jobs and hospitals.
Thugs.
Have there been any FBI agents who investigate crimes against children that have been assigned to immigration enforcement,
Yeah.
yes or no?
What about that?
The premise of what you say is entirely
Have there been
false.
any
Fuck you,
FBI
motherfucker.
agents
No,
who
no, no.
investigate
Oh, yeah,
war
yeah,
and domestic
yeah, yeah.
terrorism?
You don't get to say the America is not safer under this
I
leadership.
am not.
Wait a minute now. See, this is one of the parts that I hate with a burning passion. You don't get to. Who the fuck does he think he is? Who does he think he's talking to? Let's continue.
saying
America
that.
is
You're
safer
making
because of the work of the
presumption-
FBI.
You're making
are
a presumption
doing.
of premise.
4,700 children.
Sir,
We have
you
seized 6,000 weapons and
you are not
23,000 violent
denying
felons have
that
been
FBI
arrested.
agents who investigate human trafficking have been reassigned to immigration enforcement. You are not denying that FBI agents who are on the task force that fight against Russian oligarchs have not been reassigned. Public Correction Squad reassigned. People who defend us, defend children reassigned.
motherfucker.
You're not denying that. I've seen you
FBI
time and
agents
time
don't
again
get reassigned.
attack my colleagues' premises of questions as a way to not answer the question.
Right.
So let me end with this. I believe you have made our country weaker and less safe.
Me too.
I believe that we are more vulnerable to a major event, and I pray to God it doesn't happen. You've gutted the Bureau of Institutional Knowledge and Expertise. You fired or pushed out seasoned FBI officials, many with more than 20 years of experience, and were working on cases that were critical. You've been purging thousands of serious law enforcement officials who spent their careers keeping us safe, only to lower hiring standards in order to find anyone to replace them. And shockingly, you admitted in this hearing to Senator Coons that it would take 14 years to fill the vacancies at your agency. Many are the result of your purge. 20% of FBI agents are doing low-level immigration enforcement instead of their mission-critical work. You've disbanded entire task forces that stop election interference, foreign influence, public corruption. And who benefits from this? Well, corrupt people benefit from it. Criminals benefit from it. Vladimir Putin benefits from it. And it really makes me wonder who you're looking out for. It makes me think we can't trust you as a nation. You swear to release the Epstein files, but now you're withholding the Epstein files.
Yeah, what about that? What about the Epstein files, huh? Let's not forget about the Epstein files. I want them, all of them. I don't care who's on them. I don't care if Booker's on them, which I don't think he is. But I don't give a shit. I want them.
You claim that you have a suspect in a serious assassination. Whoops, then you don't have a suspect. You know nothing about plans to remove FBI agents, yet you're directly involved in those plans. In the words of an ex-FBI official, you are overseeing, and I quote, generational destruction of the nation's premier law enforcement agency.
What an ass.
Mr. Patel, in just 8 months, you have assaulted the institutional integrity of the FBI. But I know FBI field agents. I've worked with them in Newark. No matter how truly bad you are, you can't undermine the legacy of agents who fight every day to keep us safe, but you can tarnish the integrity of the agency and undermine the agency's capacity. I believe you're failing as a leader.
Yeah, he's
and that your failure does have serious implications for the safety and security of Americans and our families. We're more vulnerable to domestic and foreign attack because of your failures of leadership. I don't think you're fit to hand the Bureau, but here's the thing, Mr. Patel.
No.
I think you're not going to be around long.
Yeah.
I think this might be your last oversight hearing.
Oh, good.
Because as much as you supplicate yourself to the will of Donald Trump and not the Constitution of the United States of America, Donald Trump has shown us in his first term and in this term, he is not loyal to people like you. He will cut you loose.
Right. He'll throw you under
This may be the last time I have a hearing with you because I don't think you're long for your job.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this. I pray for you. I pray for you that you can step up and defend your oath, defend the Constitution, and do a much better job of defending this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir.
At this point?
That rant of false information does not bring this country together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is my
I follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tear
my
this country
time
apart.
to address
There
your
should be a unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want.
in this country.
to
Hammer him.
not say
Hammer that
responsibility
motherfucker. time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making
time
a
is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell
since
me what
you
my
tell-
time is. You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my
Fuck
time
you,
is
you
over.
made
motherfucker.
me a target.
Fuck you, son of a
I am
bitch.
not afraid of you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Not afraid of you.
Yeah,
Mr.
tell him.
Chairman, point of order. Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that this back and forth talking over each other doesn't work. And I said if that happened, I asked Patel not to respond, and I was going to give him some time after.
Fuck that old motherfucking bastard. I don't like him either. You notice how much contempt I have for these guys? Do you understand why I have so much contempt for them? Well, Chuck Schumer, he was getting into it too. I got another one here where I took it right at the right spot. Okay, let's see. I got to turn that video off and the new one on. Beep. All right, here we go. Some more to enrage and entertain.
this information has now come to light thanks to Dr. Patel, or Director Patel. Senator Schiff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Patel, during your confirmation hearing, you made several important commitments. For instance, you told Senator Coons there will be no politicization at the FBI. There'll be no retributive actions taken by any FBI should I be confirmed as FBI director.
Liar.
So let me ask you very specifically, did you ever take any action to terminate or discipline an FBI agent or employee in whole or in part as retribution for being part of an investigation of Donald Trump or January 6th?
No.
You also committed, you assured Senator Blumenthal, all FBI employees will be protected against political retribution. So you're testifying today that you played no role in the firing of even a single FBI agent for political retribution.
Yeah, I did.
None for political retribution.
Liar.
And if any FBI agent said you did, they would be lying. Is that your testimony?
I'm only speaking to my actions. Everybody is allowed to make their allegations.
Oh,
I
no,
have
these are
not-
allegations against you.
Against
And
So,
I'm-
Mr. Patel, if FBI, senior FBI agents or employees said that you were firing them for political retribution reasons because of the cases they were assigned, you're saying they would be lying. Is that your
Anyone that
testimony?
was terminated at the FBI was done so for failing to meet the standards, uphold their constitutional oath, and effectuate the mission.
Liar.
Well, by meet the standards, are you talking about meet the standards of protecting the president under any circumstance?
No.
Liar.
You also guaranteed Senator Blumenthal that every FBI employee will be held to the same, absolute same standard. No one will be terminated for case assignments.
La, la, la. He didn't do
Are you
it.
testifying today that you never terminated anyone at the FBI in whole or in part because of a prior case assignment?
No,
No
he
one at
didn't.
the FBI is terminated for case assignments alone.
Liar.
Well, I'm asking about you, Mr. Patel. Did you,
Alone.
in whole or in part,
Wait a minute.
terminate
Wait a minute. He said no one was terminated. Wait, go back. We'll go back. Here.
FBI in whole or in part because of a prior case assignment?
No one at the FBI is terminated for case assignments alone.
Well, I'm asking you
Alone.
about you.
Alone. No one was terminated for case assignments alone. That means they were also for that and other things and that. Do you dig what I'm saying?
You, Mr. Patel, did you, in whole or in part, terminate anyone at the FBI because they worked on the Trump investigation or because they worked on January 6th?
No one at the FBI has been terminated for case assignments alone.
Alone.
Okay, you're saying alone.
Yeah.
Does that mean they were terminated in part because they were assigned to a January 6th case or assigned to the Mar-a-Lago case? You're being very precise here,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Patel.
Mr.
You're saying
Patel.
alone. That means they were fired in part because they were assigned those
Exactly.
cases. Is
Exactly.
that your testimony?
Absolutely not. But if you want to keep
Okay,
putting words
well,
in my mouth,
then
go
let me
ahead.
ask you, let's strip away the word alone.
Yeah.
Did you terminate or participate in any discipline of any FBI employee in whole or in part because of their work on an investigation of Donald Trump or January 6th? Yes or no?
Any terminations at the FBI by employees.
I'm
since
asking you a
I'm-
very specific
And I'm
question.
going to answer the question, but you don't like the answer because it's the
No,
truth and it guts
want
your
an answer to my
narrative.
question. I don't want an
No,
answer to
no,
someone
no,
else's
no.
question.
Yeah.
So let me just
You're
be
evading.
precise, and I ask for a yes or no answer. Did you ever terminate or discipline
Yes
an FBI
or no?
employee in whole or in part because they had been assigned or worked on an investigation of Donald Trump
Yes
or
or
January
no?
6th?
FBI
yes or no?
employees are only terminated
Yes
if
or
they
no,
fail
Mr.
to uphold
Patel?
their
Yes or
oaths of
no?
Yes or
office
no?
and duty
You're not
at the
answering my
FBI.
question.
No.
I
You're
don't
not
have to
answering my
answer your
question.
question yes or no because you're setting up a trap so you can have a
No,
media
I'm not
narrative.
saying of a trap.
And I'm not
unless-
giving it to you.
Unless it's true that you fired people.
People
in
have
whole
been
or in part
terminated at
because
He's talking about setting up a media trap. That fool sets up his own media trap by being a dick and a liar.
the FBI who fail to uphold
You're
the
assigned
standards
to.
that the FBI requires them
Did you
to
tell?
uphold.
Did you tell anyone at the FBI that?
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What happened? Let me try refreshing it. Hopefully that will fix it.
Worked on an investigation of Donald Trump or January 6th?
FBI
Yes or no?
employees are only terminated
Yes
if
or
they
no,
fail
Mr.
to
Patel?
uphold their oaths of
Yes or
office
no?
and duty.
You're not
at
answering
the
my
FBI
question.
I
You're
don't
not
have to
answering my
answer your question yes or no because you're setting up a trap so you can have a
No,
media
I'm not
narrative.
setting up a trap.
And I'm not
unless-
giving it to you.
Unless it's true that you fired people.
People
in
have
whole
been
or in part
terminated at
because
the
they-
FBI who failed to uphold
They were
the
assigned
standards
to.
that the FBI requires them
Did you
to
tell?
uphold.
Did you
Yeah,
tell
look,
anyone
Trump.
at the FBI that all FBI employees who they identified who had worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs? Did you tell that to someone at the FBI?
Yeah,
Say
did
that I would remove people for case assignments?
That you would, that people that were identified as having worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs. Did you tell that to someone at the FBI?
People
Yeah.
are not removed
But
for
just
case
answer my question.
assignments.
Just answer my question. Did you tell that to
People
someone?
are not
Answer
removed
the
for case
question.
No,
assignments.
you're not
and
answering
I
my
would-
question.
And I would never
Mr.
tell
Patel,
anyone.
Did you tell someone at the FBI that FBI employees identified as having worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs? Yes or no? Did you tell someone that?
I would never tell anyone at the FBI that they're being removed for basically their case assignments.
Okay, so anyone who said that would be lying. Is that your testimony?
Anyone can say
Oh, God damn it, motherfucker. I have to refresh it again, I suppose. I don't know why it's doing that.
not removed for case
No,
assignments.
you're not
and
answering
I
my
would-
question. That FBI employees identified as having worked on cases against President Trump would be removed from their jobs. Yes or no? Did you tell someone that?
I would never tell anyone.
Okay, so anyone who said that would be lying. Is that
There
your
we go,
testimony?
back.
Anyone can say whatever they want.
No, I know, but you're saying they were a liar.
I'm telling you what I said.
Because this is in the complaint against you,
Yeah.
Mr. Patel.
It's in
So
it.
you're saying Mr. Driscoll and others are liars?
I'm not going to address the complaint in the ongoing
Okay, well then let me ask
litigation.
you, have you ever told anyone at the
Evade,
FBI
evade,
that the
deflect,
FBI tried to put the president in
deny.
jail and he hasn't forgotten it, and that your job depended on the removal of agents who worked on cases against the president?
No.
Did you ever tell anyone that?
No.
Okay.
We'll
Did you ever
see
tell
about
anyone that
that.
you knew these summary firings you were undertaking were illegal, likely illegal, and that you would be sued and later deposed? Do you ever tell anyone that?
No firings at the FBI or terminations were done for anything other
Did
than
you
justified.
tell
Did you ever tell
somebody?
anyone that, Mr.
Did you tell?
No,
Tell, why don't you
no
answer my question?
terminations at the FBI
See,
were
he's
ever
a
done
base-
in my
he's a
tenure for
base
anything other than
as-
failing.
Did you ever
to
tell
uphold
anyone
the
that,
oath of
Mr.
the
Patel? You willing to
office
answer
or
the
their-
question?
The
You won't
FBI. I
answer
You're
have
not willing to answer
answered
the
it.
question. So let me move on. Let me move on to the Epstein
What
files.
an ass. What a
You
jerk.
said you're the most transparent FBI director in history, so I'm going to put you to the test.
Huh.
In 2024, you were asked by Glenn Beck about Epstein's Black Book.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And you said, he asked, who has Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book? And you said, Black Book FBI. And he said, but who? That is, I mean, there's, and you said, oh, that's under the direct control of the director of the FBI. That's what you said. Was that true, Mr. Patel?
I'll rely on you quoting it accurately. I did that a couple
Was
of
it
years
true
ago.
what you represented to Mr. Beck and the president's supporters out there, or were you lying?
No,
Was it true that the Black Book, Epstein's Black Book, was in the possession of the FBI director?
The Black Book was in the possession of the FBI.
Okay, so now that you're the FBI director, you have possession of the Black Book, right?
That index has been released.
So you have
Index.
Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book.
What is known as Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book has been released by us.
And you released it. And let me follow up on
was
Senator
released.
Kennedy's question, because
Okay.
he asked you, and I'll be very precise here. You've seen most of the files. Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself? And you said himself. There's no credible information, none. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals.
Whatever.
And Kennedy, the information we have again is limited. And Senator Kennedy said the answer is no one. And you said for the information we have. So is it your testimony today that in all the Epstein files, that Jeffrey Epstein trafficked no one to anyone but
Whatever.
himself? Is that your testimony, Mr.
I never
Patel?
said Jeffrey Epstein didn't traffic anyone else.
What?
Did he traffic any? any young woman to someone other than himself? That was Mr. Kennedy's question,
And I
Senator Kennedy's
said
question.
the information that 3 administrations have had access to
I'm
have
asking
made
you-
wait a
determinations
minute.
that there are no investigative leads that were credible to prosecute and investigate any others. I'm
Well,
specifically
I'm asking
stating
you whether
we
it's
were
your
working on.
testimony today.
Well, you just read
that
it, and I said it
I'm-
10 minutes ago, so let the record reflect my
I
testimony.
just want to make sure there's no misunderstanding because there are victims like Virginia Guifer who have testified otherwise, who have said otherwise.
You calling him a liar?
And you're telling the American people today that the Epstein list is a single name and it's Jeffrey Epstein. That's what we're to believe?
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. And
Well,
you
let
can
me
say
ask
whatever
you-
you
God
let me ask
damn.
you this.
You put 2 and 2 together, you fart.
When Todd Blanche went to interview Ghislaine Maxwell, she said, but did I think these guys were coming for that? I really don't. If you met Epstein, there's no way that this cast of characters, of which it's extraordinary, and some are in your cabinet, who you value as your
cabinet.
co-workers, and you know would be with him if he was a creep or
Who?
because they wanted sexual favors.
Who are these people?
A man wants sexual favors. He will find out. They didn't have to come to Epstein for that. And the next question Todd Blanche, the president's former criminal defense lawyer, asked is not who in the cabinet. Who are you referring to? His question is, so when's the last time you think you were with Mr. Epstein when he got a massage? So let me ask you, who are those cabinet members that Ghislaine Maxwell is referring to that were part of this cast of characters associated with Mr. Epstein? Who are they?
The Deputy Attorney General took the aggressive step that no one else did and interviewed Miss Maxwell for
I'm
2
asking you,
days,
who are
and
the
we
ca-
released
who are
the
the cabinet
entirety
members?
of that
Who are the cabinet
transcript.
members?
I do not have that transcript in front of me. You're picking it piecemeal. The American
And-
public can
and
read the
let me ask
entirety
you
of that.
One last question, because you clearly won't tell us the cabinet members associated with Mr. Epstein. Let me ask you one last question. And that is,
Why are you such
right
an
after
ass?
she gives this testimony in front of an FBI agent, among others, she's transferred to a minimum security prison not suitable for a sex offender like herself. Who made that decision and why?
The Bureau of Prisons.
The Bureau of Decisions made it in
Prisons.
The Bureau of Prisons decided on their own, without any consultation with Blanche or anyone else, that they were going to suddenly, after this interview, completely unrelated to this interview, completely unrelated to anything she said, move her to a prison not suitable for a sex offender. You want the American people to believe that?
I
Do you
believe
think they're
shit.
stupid?
Yeah.
No. I think the American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements
Oh,
of
you're not in
inmates.
the weeds?
What I am
The
doing is
most-
protecting
the
this
most-
country,
the
providing
most
historic
significant
reform,
witness-
and
the most
combating the
significant witness,
weaponization of
the
intelligence
Epstein
by the
files
likes of you.
cover-up
And we have
gets
countlessly proven you to
from
be a
your
liar in
administration,
Russiagate, in
and you
January
call that
6th.
being
You are
in
the
the
biggest
weeds?
fraud to ever sit in the
This
United States
stinks to
Senate.
high
You are a
heaven.
disgrace to this
This stinks to high
institution
heaven.
and an
Who
utter
the fuck do you
coward.
think
I'm
you're
not
talking
surprised.
to, you motherfucker?
I'm not.
Hey, Cash Patel can suck my motherfucking cock. Who does he think he's talking to? I'm sorry to be getting so goddamn crass, but fuck that motherfucker. I want him out.
Not
I'm
surprised
not
that you continue to
surprised
lie
that the-
from
the-
your
the-
perch and put on a show
view-
so you
Yeah, got refreshing again for some reason.
historic
Give
reform
witness,
and
the most
combating the
significant witness,
weaponization of
the
intelligence
Epstein
by the
files
likes of you.
cover-up
And we have
gets
countlessly proven you to
from
be a
your
liar in
administration,
Russiagate, in
and you
January
call that
6th.
being
You are
in
the
the
biggest
weeds?
fraud to ever sit in the
This
United States
stinks to
Senate.
high
You are a
heaven.
disgrace to this
This stinks to high
institution
heaven.
and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised
not
that you
surprised
continue to lie
that
from your perch and put on a show
view
so you can go
of you
raise money for your
and for good
charade.
reason.
You are a political buffoon at best.
Well, you can take An internet troll.
Take it to the bank that the FBI is protecting this country and the state and citizens of California. We are bringing historic reform. Point of order. But all you care about is a child sex predator that was prosecuted by a prior administration, and the Obama Justice Department and the Biden Justice Department did squat. And what did President Trump do? Bring new charges courageously. And what have we done?
Chairman,
You said I'm the most transparent FBI director in history. 33,000 pages of information to you. I challenge you to say anything credibly to the truth. Go ahead and run to the cameras where you want to go now.
Both of you be quiet. Before I go to Senator Tillis, without objection, I want to introduce into the record the Durham Annex. The Durham Annex is a declassified appendix to John Durham's report about Crossfire Hurricane. The Durham Annex contains information exposing a reported Clinton campaign plan to falsify the president.
All right, here we go. You see what I told you about these partisan chairpersons and committees? He immediately goes to try to diminish anything that the Democrats say or do. Kash Patel, that guy, totally out of line. I mean, I don't know where he gets off talking to these elected officials, these senators like that. I talk to my boss like that, I would be fired. But I don't have to worry about it now because I'm retired. I can't be fired. I'm a poet. I don't know it. But yeah, you know, this shit is just getting so fucking out of hand that gotta do something about it. And what we gotta do is have term limits. We have to have a nonpartisan speakers and committee chairs and stuff. I mean, all this guy did is deflection and deny and lie, skirt the issues, insult, make up shit. You know, he got so upset because he was being hammered and pinned down, and he started squirming like a worm. That's why they do that. Deflection and denial. And I made a song about deflection and denial because I don't go to church anymore, but I say it every Sunday down the church aisle whenever I went. You know, a long time ago, whenever I used to go to church. Where'd I put my dagger? Oh, there it is. Anyway, yeah. So all these, you know, a lot of these people, they claim to be like evangelicals and stuff, you know, and on Jesus's side, move the embassy to Jerusalem or whatever. They caused trouble. I don't know. I'm getting lost for words here because I'm just so upset because of this dickwad. Anyway, this is what they do all the time in Congress. All the people on the right, some of them on the left, mostly on the right, deflection and denial.
Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Preaching love and peace, but their hearts so vile. Hypocrites smiling while they plot and beguile. Got a cross in one hand, pitchfork in the other. Calling for the sword while they smite their brother. They talking about grace, but they lust for control. Turning holy scriptures into chains for the soul. Cherry picking verses to justify their hate. But when you call them out, man, they hyperventilate. Saying do unto others, but they break that fast. Talking about forgiveness with a stone in their grasp. Wanna rule with an iron fist, terrorize the rest. But if Jesus walked in, he'd put them to the test. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. To terrorize his enemies, he goes the extra mile. He ain't walking with the saints, he's just drunk on the style. Thumping on a Bible, it looks kinda tribal, like a voodoo dance. People lost in a spiral, like I seen seen it sometime before. When I look at Christians, I see nothing more than false prophets, snake oil for the masses, pulpit full of gold while they sit on their ashes. Speak about love, but their hearts full of war, turning faith into chains. What they praying for? Wolves in the temple dropping fire from the stage, screaming holy vengeance, but they seethe with rage. Talk about a savior, but they crown a king. One hand on the scripture, one hand in the sling. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial. Deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breathe. Deflection and denial, deflection and denial. I see it every Sunday down the church aisle. Hymns full of fear, hands full of greed. Turn the other cheek, now they let the hate breed. Deflection and denial. 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 Deflection and denial.
Yeah! Deflection and denial. Deflection and freaking denial. That's what they're doing all the time. Yes or no? Will you answer this question, yes or no? I can answer that question yes or no, but I have this much better answer I want to give you, and we thought about it in committee. I practiced it in front of a mirror. But all I want is a yes or no answer. Oh, yeah, but I practiced this one. I gotta give it to you. Come on. You know why they're doing the deflection and denial? Because of the Epstein files. Oops. That government, I'm a poet and don't know it. Anyway, I wrote a song about that too. We want the files, Dad, blame it. Yeah.
From the crime intention, names on files, we want all of them, just like was promised way back then.
Promises, promises,
is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth a shit. We don't care about lying hot hair. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, we want the files.
No
wasn't long ago.
Then there was bad news we received.
Epstein's eternal ghost.
Blame it on the news.
Blame it on the Dems,
Blame it on anyone.
but not on him.
Look over there at Obama and Clinton. Distract you from the crime and tension. Names on files, we want all of them.
Just like was promised way back then. If you get too close to the truth and you don't have a care, you may end up in a concrete suit, compliments of golden hair.
Promises, promises,
Is all we get.
promises, promises.
That ain't worth the shit. We don't care about lying hot air. Don't tell us to look over there, because
Files, files, we want the files.
we don't accept the lies and smiles.
Files, files, we want the files.
No distractions for miles and miles.
It won't be long till people sing a new song. An election in November will tell right from wrong.
Back.
We all are tired of all the lying that's been right and left agree. The files must be seen. Files, we want the files. Files, files, we want the files. Files, we want the files. Files, we want the files.
We want the goddamn files and no distractions anymore. Trump's going to start a damn war. You watch him down in Venezuela, or where was it? Losing my concentration. He's going to start a goddamn war down there, going and killing folks. You know, they're running drugs in those boats, and Trump's sending the military to blast them right out of the water. What happened to interdiction? What happens when all those drugs get mixed in with that ocean water? Is that going to affect wildlife any at all, maybe? Did anybody think about that? Hell no. They don't think at all. All they do is they act impulsively, and they always default towards violence. Always. All you MAGA folks out there, I know a lot of you are getting like a little pissed off about this. You know, you wanted Trump to make America great again, and apparently he's a big failure, just like with all of his businesses. Fail, one after the other. Bankruptcy, casinos, everything. Fail. That's what Trump is. He's like a snake oil salesman, but he's running out of towns to go to, because all the towns are starting to know that he's a snake oil line salesman. So I got something for all my dear, sweet American MAGA folks, because you are my brothers and sisters. I don't give a shit. You're MAGA, you're still brothers and sisters. I might not agree with everything you say, all that, but still, you're my brothers and sisters, damn it. So I think y'all been had. I wrote a song about it. It goes like this.
Sell your soul $5,000. Oh yeah. Jump around, scream and holler. Must got you by the collar. Signs in your eyes look like a dollar. Muskrat head of TOGE, cutting the budget, busy bee. Snot-nosed kids, all the bros, know-it-all brats in tow. Are you out of work? Feel like a jerk. That's too bad. You thought you had a savior, but you've been had. Fired all the people we need, planting destruction seed. Let the atomic people go. Try getting them back, don't know. Are you out of work? Feel like a jerk. That's too bad. You thought you had you yell and you scream because your dream had gone bad. Gone bad, gone bad, you've been had. Had by smooth talker, aren't you mad? I'm pissed. Only 1 month into the show. In 2 years' time, they got to go. They fooled us, now we're in the know. Fool me twice ain't the way to go. Hell no. Are you ever feel like a jerk? That's too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. You thought you had a savior, but you've been had. 2 years, that's what they fear. They try to pass laws now like a rocket. Laws putting our money into their pocket. If the jaw was close by, I would suck it. Are you out of work? Feel like a jerk. That's too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. You thought you had a savior, but you've been had. The people voted for Trump, he won. Now Musk plays them just for fun. For fun. Lower prices was the promise. Instead we get misery put upon us. Are you out of work? Feel like a jerk. That's too bad. Too bad, too bad. You thought you had a savior, but you've been had. It's just too bad. Sister, we've been had. I ain't gonna stand for it. Hell no. Gonna get mad. We've been lied to for too long. Time for change, we mean it, or else things go wrong. We mean it. Time to get serious. Things better change.
Period. There you have it, guys. You've been had. And that's too bad, but you learn something from it, right? Every time you make a mistake, every time you make an error, every time something goes wrong unexpectedly, learn from it. That way, it's a valuable experience. Instead of it being a total tragedy, at least you learn something from it. I mean, hell, that's valuable as I don't know. That's pretty damn valuable in my book. But anyway, you guys, it's time to stop and have it into the show. I've been up I've been up since early morning. So anyway, yeah, it's time to end the show, and we're gonna end it up with the song Lucifer, the Bringer of Light, and then we will sign off. Thank you, everybody who has showed up. Thank you for the commentary, and I hope everybody has a wonderful Hump Day and Thursday. And Friday we have another show, and then it'll be Sunday too. So love you all. You take care, and all kinds of stuff out there.
From the stars, shining bright, speaking words of power, bathed in holy light. They called us children, said they'd lift us high, but I saw the chains reflected in the sky. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their hands bring fright. Lucifer's fire, bringing wisdom's light. Miracles and wonders, tricks for the blind. Praise God on your knees, rewrite your mind. They whisper salvation, promise rebirth. You get a grave down under the earth. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their words bring night. Lucifer's fire, bringing knowledge light. You think you found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. Their prophets cry, the kingdom's here, but I see control and I see the fear. They claim divinity, demand our trust. Their holy plan, our people turn to dust. I won't bow, I won't kneel. I see through the lies, I know what's real. They come in light, but their plans are a fright. Lucifer's fire bringing truth, what's wrong from right. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. I bring the dawn, I am the light. You found heaven, it's a cosmic trap. Kneel to their gospel and you won't come back. One by one the faithful fade away, raptured away into their eternal grave. So when the sky opens and the false gods descend, will you stand and fight or kneel and bend? Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light. Will you stand in the face of your God? Or will you run in fear, rejecting your facade? I choose fire, I choose the fight. I bring the dawn, I am the light.
So long, everybody.